You would have seen my AJAX video where I had this library laptops thing and I had this returned checkbox over here, and this was doing AJAX, so it wasn't doing a full page refresh, it was just sending information to the server and updating directly there. You may remember that it was a fiddle and I didn't love the JavaScript that was involved, so I've done a updated version which doesn't use JavaScript. It's not as good in terms of functionality, but it's a lot easier to do. So this is the same kind of idea. This laptop has not yet been returned, so I hit return and it's now gone to yes to say it has been returned. I can unreturn it. I wish there was a better word than that. Maybe there is, you can say. So it's doing the same job, but what you'll notice is doing a full page refresh each time. You can see it flash as it goes all the way to the server and reloads the entire page. So it's not as good in that respect, but it's a lot simpler. Obviously I can tidy up the way it looks. Instead of having an N and the Y, I can have a tick and a cross displayed. They could be images or whatever. Or I could even have the checkbox and then have it disabled, so it's not actually clickable. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's the principle. Let's go and have a look at how the magic happens. So this one thing to note is this on the server side, I have not changed anything at all in this function. I haven't touched a single character or line in that, except right at the end. Originally it was an AJAX function, so it wasn't returning like a template, a render template kind of thing. But because we're doing a full page refresh, I've said return as a redirect back to the home page to show that. That's the only thing that I've added, is that there on server side. So everything is happening on the client. This was what we had before. You'll see I had a checkbox, and the checkbox had the issue ID, and it had a checked thing, which was either checked or not checked. That's right. And then the JavaScript did it all, and this is the stuff that I didn't love because it was just a fiddle to get this right, and you guys haven't done JavaScript in class, so you're not going to love doing that, that's for sure. So update was, I just did it as two buttons. I said if the returned was an N, then I've got a button which sends it as the argument here, question mark ID equals and then the number, and say checked equals true, and this one ID equals that and checked equals false. You could actually tidy it up and make it shorter and neater. I just wanted to do this with the minimum changes, and that's it. So not as good as having checkboxes and AJAX, but very functional, and probably would take you guys half the time or less to get it working.